Hello guys, it's Bino123 and today I'm going to be doing a r/entitled bitch because I don't know, it seems pretty cool and I think it can grow and it has potentials. Anyways, hope you guys like, comment, subscribe. I will do an r/entitled people double upload if I get 5k subscribers. Yes, I'm asking for a lot. Anyways, let's get straight into the video. This one's titled, Shut Up and Do Your Job. A woman shopping at Walmart. This happened to me last week and I've still been salty about it. It's currently midnight where I am and I'm half asleep, so I apologise for any grammar or spelling errors. I'm currently a student working part-time at my local Walmart as a cashier. I typically work on Sundays from 10 AM to 6 PM. There's a big church down the road, so usually after service, everyone's popped by to shop for groceries. Anyways, I had just showed up to work and my manager had me open up a new register. After I turned my light on, I tried to wipe down the conveyor belt and restock my bags before I get my first customer. Now, management doesn't like it when we do this before turning our lights off, so we have to do it after the lights on. As soon as I flick my lights on, this woman rushes through my lane with a full basket and toddler sitting on a little seat thingies that carts have. Also, the woman was dressed up in dressy clothes and heavy makeup, Louis Vuitton bag included. I smile and ask her how her day is, but she doesn't acknowledge me in the slightest way. While I'm scanning her items, I notice she's putting a toy with the candy. I politely ask her, "Ma'am, could you please hand me that toy?" She looks me dead in the eyes and says, "No." Now, I thought she was joking, so I smile and ask again, "Ma'am." She cuts me off with, "I didn't even want it. My child picked it up, not me." I explained that I have a bucket under my register for returns and unwanted things, but she was not having any of it. She, I kid you not, says very loudly, "Just shut up and do your job." I'm shocked. I've been working at Walmart for 10 months now and I've never had anyone as disrespectful as her. I type in the 248 action code, which prompts for a manager. As I'm beginning to get anxious, the manager, of course, doesn't come until after the customer has paid. The manager asks, "Is there a problem?" The customer responds loudly with, "This little girl's attitude is the problem. She needs to do her job correctly," before storming off. I don't know if this story fits in this with this subreddit. I'm baffled that she thinks she's entitled, especially if she's shopping at Walmart. To this I just want to say, there's nothing wrong with being a Walmart person. Because some say I'm just a Walmart fresh. I know, so sad. It's the intro. But anyways, with this, I don't know. I have seen these sort of things happen with people saying that. Like they'll drop stuff on the floor, not pick it up, kick it underneath, and they'll be like, "It's employee's job, they get paid for this, why should I do it?" But it's just ridiculous that people expect workers to have like no rights because it's their job to do so. If they were doing that and you were behind this lady, you would be mad. Especially if that lady was in a situation where she had to wait for a bratty person who forces the cashier to get off and remove stuff. It's just uncalled for, and this is why I kinda hate the retail life. This one's titled, Inviting a Third Person to a 2-bedroom apartment. So my friend owns an apartment and rents it for the holidays. It's listed as a 2-bedroom apartment with a sofa bed suitable for 2 adults or 2 adults with a small child. One day, my friend got an email asking for the apartment to be rented over the Christmas holiday, so she agreed. This lady had booked it for herself and one other friend for the period of a week. 3 days before she was due to arrive, she asked my friend if it was possible for the sofa bed to be made up as well as extra towels. So naturally, my friend asked why, and she bluntly responded as it was for her friend. So my friend responded by saying how the apartment isn't suitable for 3 adults as it is pretty small, but it was fine for her to join. However, it would have to cost an extra £60 or so. To this, the entitled bitch claimed how it was outrageous to ask for so much and she would just buy bedding herself. To which my friend responded by saying again how it's an extra member in the apartment so it has to cost more. After a very long time of complaining, she finally agreed to pay her. Once the week was over, my friend went on the website that the apartment is listed on to be surprised by a negative review, claiming how she's so rude and unprofessional and would never recommend her apartment to anyone. Am I the only person who thinks she's incredibly rude? How much do you wanna bet this was listed on... Oh my gosh, I can't think of the name. I'm having a brain fart, guys. That place where you can rent it, like people can rent their houses. I forgot. Airbnb. There you go. How much you wanna bet this on Airbnb? And £60 for another member. All I'm gonna say is, right, I think £60 is a bit outrageous, but I can understand why you're charging extra. But to all of this, I just say, why are you gonna tell her all this stuff? You could have just bought extra beddings and like a towel for like £10 and you would have been set. You're such an idiot for like mentioning it, because everyone's gonna realise this person's bringing another person here. And oh hell no, I want extra money. This one's titled, I can't do as well as you can. So this is my second EB story. This one takes place at my school, particularly in my ELA class. So we often get in groups to discuss the reading material we get, like this big book of small articles, memoirs, experts. So my group consists of me, a nice girl who's pretty smart, a regular guy who's funny, and the EB. This EB likes to blame others and force work upon them because she's both lazy and entitled. By force work, I mean that she'll say something like this. Me. Alright, there's 4 questions here. We don't have a lot of time before class ends and nobody wants to do this for homework. Should we each do a question? The other girl and guy nod, because they had listened to the group discussion while EB stared out the window like it was the most boring thing she had ever put up with. So she finally lifts her gaze from the trucking otherworldly gate and looks at me. EB, can you do my questions? I'm rolling my eyes. This is a big shock. Me, look, we had a group discussion. Everyone else is fine with it and EB cutting me off. Yeah, I no, because I was right there. Duh. I sighed. Me. If you participate in the discussions, then you should know all the answers. EB looks at me. Oh, but I'm, stupid, and you're such a nerd. You should definitely do my part. My fellow group members have finished and are looking back and forth between the EB and me like it was a tennis match. I sighed. If you're not going to do your part of the work, then... EB cutting me off again. You haven't done your work either. You can't yell at me. I showed her my page, which had my question already completed. I had done it earlier and wanted to get different opinions so we could all do much better on the upcoming test. Me. Look, I'm not yelling at you. I'm just trying to explain. She cuts me off for the 3rd time, ranting about how everyone was unfair to her. Then we had to go to our new class and she annoyed me all throughout my study hall. TLDR, EB group member doesn't want to do work, tries to get me to do it. And to that I just say, yes, I said new class instead of next. Big whoop, this took too many efforts for me to try. And this was me in a nutshell. But I was more different. What happened with me is, I have horrible handwriting. So I don't like to write my own work. But then I would like to think I'm decently smart. So I would get, if we're doing a group project, I'd say, one dude, you got the best handwriting, so you write. And then all the other people give ideas. But generally because I'm kind of the smartest, I come up with most of the ideas. Not bragging, I'm just saying. But anyways, to the point, if I was them, I would have just carried on doing the work, done her work, and then just not put her name in it. Because that's what happened to me, and I'm still salty to this day because it was the majority of my ideas, even if I didn't write it down. And this is why I say, guys, whoever has the pen has the power. This one's titled, Entitled Neighbour Invites Herself for Lunch. First, I'd like to say that English is not my first language, so please correct me if there are any spelling and or grammatical errors. Also, this is my first post, so I'm really inexperienced at writing them. That being said, onto the story. My father owns a garden, so every summer we grill a lot and invite friends for lunch at the said garden. One day, a vegetarian friend of mine came over and shared a few methods to grill vegetables which my dad likes, so we grilled a lot of those, and apparently our neighbour from the garden next to us liked vegetables too. One day, my dad and I were grilling again, just the two of us have some time to talk and just relax in the privacy of our own garden, or so we thought, because when we were busy preparing lunch, she just came into our garden, sat at our table and asked me to bring her a drink. I was confused, but thought my dad probably invited her without telling me. Somewhat annoyed, I wanted to ask him, but he was talking to our other neighbours, so instead, I just got the intruding woman a drink. She started asking me somewhat personal questions, being pretty pushy, but I tried to be polite and answer. I'd like to add that my social skills are pretty bad, so changing the topic or telling her to stop didn't seem like an option because I feared to be rude. Thankfully, my father showed up soon enough, so we went back into the shack to prepare the vegetables, and I finally asked him if and why he invited her without at least telling me. But he told me that he didn't and thought that I did. Needless to say, we were pretty pissed, but for whatever reason, neither I nor my dad actually told her to leave. Instead, we stuck with her talking bad about her son who does a good part of her work at her garden and telling us that we need to invite her again while she ate our food and drank our beer without asking us. Her beloved son picked her up after a while that felt like an eternity. The next day, she called my dad to ask him when he would be grilling again. To this story, I'm just gonna be honest, I want to straight up clap. Like, I respect this lady a lot. I wish I had enough nerves to basically walk into someone's garden while they're grilling and take their food and drinks. Because if I had enough social skills, I would do that to any random wedding and stuff like that. Because, you know, free food. Like, how can you even say something like that? Like, oh, I'm guessing because she thought they were neighbours, she was entitled to it because, you know, neighbours grill, you know, I might as well go along. They maybe forgot to invite me. Or like, damn, I gotta do that or try that. Just, I don't know. It's just, how can you be mad at someone for doing that? They saw an opportunity to get free food and took it. Like, if someone ate my food, I would be pissed. But if I did that to someone, I would be happy. Anyways guys, this has been 123 and I pretty much finished. Hope you guys like, comment, subscribe, and I'm gonna finish it off with this meme. You're a basic bitch. Case dismissed. Because everybody loves a bit of Judge Judy. This wasn't done from Major Meme. I'll put the person who made it in the link below. But anyways guys, hope you guys liked it. Tell me more because I'm thinking about just, instead of just doing one series continuously, I'm thinking about doing different ones. So next or tomorrow I'm thinking about doing r/entitled. Peace out guys.